we've helped people plant and grow thousands of trees for over 25 years. And today, we are going to show you how to plant your tree for a long and healthy life. Tarp for removed soil, shovel, gloves, clean pruning shears, knife, screwdriver, tree ties, yardstick or tape measure, tree stakes if needed, and a 2 cubic foot bag of mulch. Using a shovel, slide it under the sod about 2 inches under the surface. Put the sod aside. Don't put the sod back into the planting hole because it can cause drainage problems. Many trees grow poorly or die because they are planted too deep. The tree needs to stand on a mound of compacted soil in the center of the hole. So dig a donut-shaped hole about 18 inches deep and 3 to 4 feet wide. Don't dig the center of the hole yet. This will be the mound the tree sits on. The mound will prevent the tree from sinking down and the surrounding moat will improve drainage. Rough up the sides of the hole so roots can easily grow into the surrounding soil. Kneel on the sides of the pot to help release the root ball. You may want to do this on all sides of the pot. Be careful not to damage branches as you roll the tree. Remember to keep the roots in the shade while you prepare to plant. Roots are damaged by hot sun. Look at the trunk to find the top roots. They should be covered with potting soil about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch deep. If there is extra, remove it so that the roots will end up at the right height. Trees in pots often have roots that circle the root ball inside the pot. If a root goes around the outside of the root ball for more than 1/3 of the way, it is circling and can inhibit growth, cause instability, or even tree death as the tree grows. Since roots have no muscles and cannot move themselves, we need to release roots that circle around the outside of the root ball. If they are circling the root ball at planting time, they will continue to circle, growing larger and causing problems. Using a large screwdriver, run the screwdriver down the outside of the root ball about 1 inch from the outside. Pull out the roots if possible. Scruffling the root ball with your hands also helps. Cut circling roots with a sharp knife or shears so that they won't continue to circle. Even if the roots are tiny now, they will keep getting larger as the tree grows. Cutting the roots causes some stress for the tree, but circling roots are an ongoing problem for the life of the tree, so better a bit of stress now than a dead tree later. Using a knife, cut an X in the bottom of the root ball to release those roots. Place the tree on the pedestal to see how much to cut off the mound. Measuring with a ruler or yardstick can help. Cut the mound down so that the tree will sit at the right height. The top roots need to be even with the top of the stake, 2 inches above the surrounding soil. This will keep the trunk and roots healthy so your tree can grow fast. Spread the roots so that they are heading outwards, and refill the hole using the soil you dug out. Don't use turf, dead roots, or planting mix, fertilizer, or other amendments to fill the hole. Mixing compost or planting mix in the planting hole soil can cause toxic soil conditions and can discourage roots from growing into the surrounding soil. The tree roots need to grow out past the edge of the hole in order to provide nutrients, water, and stability. Make sure the soil is in contact with the tree roots by pressing firmly with your hands. You don't want to stomp the soil because that will destroy the small air channels that are essential to tree growth. Water your tree thoroughly. If the soil sinks, add more soil to keep it level or slightly above the surrounding soil. Take out the nursery stake that is right against the tree trunk. It kept the trunk safe when it was in the nursery, but isn't needed now and can slow tree growth. Trees don't need to be staked if they can stand up by themselves. If your tree needs stakes to stand upright, pound them in close to the edge of the hole, far enough away from the trunk and branches so that there is no contact. Using flexible ties, old stockings, or strips of fabric, tie a figure 8 around the tree and stake on each side. The ties should be at the same height. The tree needs to be able to move and sway a bit so it will gain strength. Most trees only need stakes and ties for about a year, so the material does not need to last forever. Don't use wire or wire-in hose ties because they can cut into the bark and do not allow tree movement. Put a 2 to 4 inch layer of mulch over the root ball, keeping it 6 inches from the trunk. Woody mulch keeps the soil temperature even, conserves water, and provides nutrients. And keeping the grass farther away from the tree helps the tree grow faster. Congratulations on improving your home and neighborhood with your well-planted tree. For trees in full sun areas, consider a tree sleeve to protect the young bark from sunburn while the canopy matures enough to shade the trunk. You can also paint the trunk with a mixture of 50% water and 50% light-colored interior latex paint